Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, they usually have me work Friday nights the late shift. And I don't have a show. Sunday I work during the day.
Yes. Man, just hit myself in the glasses. See how you saw how ridiculous that looked, and I was trying to be cool. You got the R&Ds. Just mess up the whole mood. Welcome to another edition, the 20th installment of the Nc17 comedy series. Give it up for yourselves. Now, I ain't trying to roast nobody, I'm not. But people tell you look like Ha Davis a little bit. Have you ever heard? Okay, just look him up. Y'all, you know who? No, you don't know who. The YNs, they know who. He's a YouTube internet comedian or whatever. Yeah. You got kind of a Bob Saget meets Jason Lee or something like that. You know, you got like a combination of things here. Yes. You don't know who Bob Saget is? What? Nah, you're lying. That's Danny Tanner from. You're literally Bob Saget mixed with Dave Coulier. You are. You're Danny Tanner and Uncle Joey just combined into one person. That's who you are. You are. Let me see. Murphy Brown. If you ever watched the show Murphy Brown in the '80s, he's an old this young man has no idea. His beard makes him look old. This dude is 14 years old with a beard. He has an extended pituitary issue that's making the beard wolf out. I love it though, you know. Yeah, use the beard oils, you use like the drops of boop, boop, boop. You use the boop, boop, boop. Gotta use the oils, man. You gotta use the oil. Very in shape, just muscular individual. Who's this person sneaking in my show? No, oh no, he's with her. I'm sorry. You know, I take that back. Ha Davis is about to punch me in my face. If y'all Google Ha Davis and look at him, okay, you know the rapper, the baby? Yeah. They looking like, well, okay, there you go, the baby. That's the baby with with an old face, like the baby with no, I'm just confusion. He's just confused. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not going to go political or nothing like that. I just wanted to talk about something. We already know the political climate. That's why we're here, to just have jokes and have a good time. Just don't kill me because you don't like my words. That's all. You know, y'all can just leave the show. You don't gotta just kill. I don't like his jokes and I don't want nobody else to hear him. Kill this mother. Don't kill me. Let me talk. You know, fire me from my job. You know, you can fire me. That's okay. Just don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? Death is worse than being fired. That's as far as the political I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk about some shit though. Y'all know the comedian George Lopez? George Lopez, the Mexican, like one of the, probably arguably the greatest Mexicans. He's like the Dave Chappelle for Mexicans. You understand what I'm saying? You know he had a kidney transplant. Like he got a kidney from his ex-wife while they were together. You know what I'm saying? That is one of the most loving things that you can do to somebody is give them a kidney, right? And he still cheated on her after she gave him the kidney. He still cheated. Ain't that crazy, man? You got to be a despicable, vile human being to still get cheated on after you gave up your kidney. This is. Think about it. How bad and diabolical was she that she gave up the kidney and he still cheated on her? She probably was throwing it in his face every 5 minutes. You know, because that's how women do, don't they? You know what I'm saying? They do something good for you, and every 5 seconds they just throw it up in your face. You know what I mean? She's like, baby, I want you to make me breakfast. He's like, I'm still sore from the surgery. Well, you wouldn't be alive if I didn't give you my kidney. Part of me is inside of you, so it's like we're doing it together. We're cooking breakfast together. So he cooks her breakfast and shit like that. She's like, baby, can you wash the dishes after you're done? He's like, I just cooked breakfast and I'm still sore from the surgery. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that kid and you wouldn't be alive. Part of me is inside of you, so it's like we washing dishes together. You know what I mean? Then he got caught cheating on her afterwards because he's so frustrated. He went to another chick's house and did the ultimate violation and cheated on her. And she caught him. She's like, how could you do this to me? You're cheating on me. He's like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this kidney. I wouldn't be alive. Part of you is inside of me, so it's like we're cheating together. That's silly. Silly, man. I'm stepping it up in life, you know what I mean? Finally got myself a full-time job, you know, I got a full-time, because this comedy shit wasn't working, so, you know, I had to get a real job, real benefits, 401k, life insurance. Y'all got your life insurance? I can tell some of y'all got no life insurance. Get your life insurance, man. YN, just get the earlier the better, you know what I'm saying? The earlier you get your life insurance, the cheaper it is. You know what I'm saying? When you're 18, life insurance is $1 a month. When you're over 40, it's $1,000 a month. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Taking a high risk with my IBS and my hypertension and all this bullshit. You gotta get yourself some life insurance, man. Because not only you want to take care of your loved ones when you pass on, you don't want to leave them with a burden or bills or anything. Only thing he left them was alone. You don't want to be like the Papa's Rolling Stone song, right? And also, if you haven't accomplished many things in life insurance, like a good policy, will make your peoples forget all the bad things you ever did. They gonna forget the fact that you sold the baby food for crack, because you got a nice policy, you got a real good policy. They gonna forget the fact that you slept with your best friend's mother, because you got a good policy, man. And I'm happy I finally got myself some life insurance, stuff in my game up, because before I got this policy, the only thing I was going to leave my family was my PlayStation. And I only got that many games, you understand what I'm saying? Got the game that come with the system. I got a very, very limited library, man. And it's the PS4, it's not even a new one, it's the PS4. At least I can step my game up and get the most current of systems, man. That's ridiculous, man. Gotta step your game up. You can't stay stagnated for the rest of your life. You know, I want to get to the point where I'm wearing those type of pants. You know what I'm saying? Once you're wearing those type of pants, that means you're made. This guy has a yacht. He has a Maserati. Those are Maserati pants. That's the level that I want to be on, man. Stepping my game up. That's why for the first time in 10 years, I got myself some new bed covers. I got myself some new sheets. Because men don't care about no sheets, man. We don't care about that. The only reason why men have new sheets is because y'all with a woman. The only reason why you got new sheets because of her beautiful soap. The only reason why you got new sheets because her new sheets because your woman, new sheets. The only reason why y'all got new sheets because of y'all woman. Y'all will ride them sheets till the wheels fall off. We don't give a damn care about them sheets unless we got buns that go with it, man. And I'm not that successful. The job just started. The money ain't really kicking too good. So I'm balling on a budget. So I had to get my sheets from the Dollar General. And if you know anything about those Dollar General sheets, they're very, very coarse. They have a low thread count. It's like you laying inside a bowl of shredded wheat. You need a pedicure just to get in your bed more comfortably, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can hop in the bed with them corn chips feet on that shredded wheat bed, you know what I'm saying? You liable to cause a fire. I think that's how all the blazes got started in Los Angeles earlier this year, man. Some dude had some shredded wheat sheets from the Dollar General, hopped in the bed with no pedicure. Half of Hollywood is gone, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, ashy feet can cause a problem in the bed that's dry. Yeah, man. Stepping it up. Been dating my lady. We've been together, 18 months now? 18 months I've been with my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like the second longest relationship I've ever been in my life. I was the 1 week king, man. Forever side dude. That's who I was. You know what I'm saying? This is the most faithful I've been in 5 months. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to the math and say, nah, I never cheated on her because she Puerto Rican. She'd stab me, man. My girlfriend's Puerto Rican. She's petite, and she's a practicing lawyer. You know what that means? That's my life insurance policy right there. That's the lady. She loaded, man. She kicked her son out the will and put me in there. You know what I'm saying? You put it down right, your lady will kick the boy out the will for you. With the Maserati pants. They don't. Yeah, I love my girl, man, but you don't really know somebody until you. How long y'all been together? A few decades. A year in June? Yeah, that started the late life, man. You know what I'm saying? What you about a middleage.com? You know, I'm on the same website. I ain't that far behind. I'm 46 years old, man. But nah, you know, you don't really know somebody until you know somebody. Every couple got something that bothers them. You know what I'm saying? His pants probably bother you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna roast you. You know what I'm saying? His muscles bother you. He says like, oh my God, stop lifting weights and wipe off these tables. His muscles bother you. You know what I mean? His hat and his hoodie bother you or something like that. He looks like he follows Nick Fuentes. He's a creeper. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. Okay, that's the last political joke about. Nah, but stuff, you know, you don't really know somebody until you're with somebody for a while. You understand what I'm saying? And I almost had to break up with my lady. Man. Yeah, because she not, you know, like, she not really that skilled in like the domestic area. You understand what I'm saying? She's lacking in that area. She was too focused on becoming a lawyer, didn't get her domestic skills up to par. You know? My lady, she don't use no fabric softener in the laundry. You know? She don't use no fabric softener. What, she want the clothes to be crunchy? This is ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? I put my clothes on stiff. I'm walking like the Tin Man because she don't put the right ingredients and chemicals in the clothing, man. And this is the thing that gonna get black folks mad. She only use one dryer sheet for 2 loads. One dryer sheet for 2 loads. Black people use 7 dryer sheets for 1 pair of drawers. 7 dryer sheets for 1 pair of drawers. And she mixed the colors with the whites. I said, this is not the dream that Dr. King had in mind. When it comes to mixing colors and whites in my clothing, I'm extremely racist. All my wife beaters was pink. So whenever she went to my underwear drawer, I looked like the biggest supporter of breast cancer awareness. Gotta love her though. Gotta love her, man. That's my baby, man. It's a dirty show. I was kind of relatively clean. I'll give you a dirty joke before I bring up the first thing. First of all, let me ask you, do y'all even know what Nc17 means? You know, it's a television rating. That's what it is. So you got rated G, you know, it's Bambi and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, cartoons, you know. It be sexual, like, you know, Disney do be having like sexual like codes, but you gotta be real intelligent, like the dude with the beard right here, that be like Neil deGrasse Tyson grandson. You gotta be like him to understand these codes, like, you know, it'd be like eyes, but then you flip it upside down as titties. But that's what like G is, right? He do like Neil deGrasse Tyson shit. Like a revolutionary, you know what I'm saying? And then PG, that's when it gets like more adult themes, like more suggestive, nothing too crazy. Then you got PG-13, you know. That's when they show a little bit of cleavage, you know what I'm saying? Every female lead look like you in the movie, always showing their titties off. Just a little bit, they can show like one nipple, they can say fuck one time in the PG-13 movies. Then you got the next level, rated R. That's when it's cussing and it's fucking, but it's implied. They don't really show the set, like they'll show like somebody hitting it from the back, but his like thigh is like right, like on her booty cheeks, and like they both moving at the same time. So you don't see the insertion. You don't see the insertion. They both are just moving at the same time. No pubic hair. And then the next level, that's when you got Nc17, baby. That's when you see the penises. That's when you see the bush. It's just a dirty show. That's all it is. It implies dirty. It's a hook. I'm not saying every single comic is going to be dirty, but that's pretty much the theme of the show. And I'll give y'all a dirty one real quick. I don't know what's going on with kids nowadays. Like, when kids, I mean adults, young adults, you know, YNs. Everybody got this fascination with eating ass. Eating a booty. No, I'm not saying it like, can I get to my joke? Sir, comedian, don't heckle me, comic, you know that's against the rules. God damn it. But it's like, you know, when I was young, you know, first base was, you know, maybe, you know, Give a little kiss, man. First dates is anal nowadays, you know what I'm saying, with these kids. Eating ass, man. Everybody, like years ago, I had this song in 2014. No man that's supposed to me. Eat the booty like groceries. Jane Aiko, whatever, I can't really remember her name, but it was with Omarion and Chris Brown. And they say eat the booty like groceries. But my question is, what type of groceries are we talking about specifically? Not all groceries taste delicious, you know? You can't be talking about Swiss cheese or sauerkraut, you know, 1,000 Island, that shit's disgusting. Unless you put it together on a perfect pastrami rib, then it's delicious. You understand what I'm saying? And I you know, I'm getting on the YNs, the young folks, but you know, I raise my hand, let every single last one of you know, I eat the booty, I lick the buns, I toss salad, but like the vegetable I compare it to, the booty to me is like candy yams, you understand what I'm saying? Sweet potatoes, you understand what I'm saying? Sour, sweet, delicious, or whatever. I eat the ass, I say I'm going yamming. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt, hashtag going yamming. And then motherfuckers be like, ew, how could you eat the ass? It's nasty. But why then? If you eat the ass, if you eat the pussy, it's almost like eating the ass anyway because it's mad close. You understand what I'm saying? It's like one paper thin membrane between the pussy to the ass distance. So Ted, if you eat it from the front, and I ain't talking about you being shy about it, like you eating some new hot ass soup from the elbow and be like, fuck that, you got your skull cap on, your diving chuck, you hopping in. Jacques Cousteau, Michael Phelps. The bottom half of your booty hole is in the candy yams, you getting candy yams on the bottom. If you eat it from the back, I call it the camel neck because you got the crook in your neck, right? And it's like you almost looking through a submarine periscope. It's like, searching for pleasure. That's the sexual sonar. The top half of your face is your nostrils and the booty hole. You getting candy is on the top. Peep the logic for our pants. Candy on the bottom, candy is on the top. What's wrong with a little bit of candy is in the middle on your tongue? And then motherfuckers be like, ew, how could you eat the ass? It stink, and sometimes it be leaking. What? What kind of ass you be eating, man? Muscle ginger? First of all, if the ass stinks, don't eat it, duh. And if the ass is leaking, she don't need to be having sex. She needs to be in the hospital. So eat ass is all I'm saying. Now, every single last one of y'all judging. Danny Tanner mixed with Joe, Dave Coulier is judging me. You know what I'm saying? The Groper is judging me. This woman that might be like to me, she's judging me. Teddy is judging me. The YN with the Martin Luther King is judging me. The Buff Ginger is judging me. The hot lead from every single young 13, Porky 13 movie is judging me. He ain't judging me because he got them pants, you know what I'm saying? All y'all motherfuckers judging me, right? But let me tell y'all something though. Every single one of y'all eat fruits and vegetables, don't y'all?
No.
Yes, y'all do. And use fertilizer to grow fruits and vegetables. Fertilizer come from boo-boo, so ipso facto, we are kind of all eat the asshole. And with that being said, listen, we got our first comedian coming up. All I ask y'all to keep the chat to the minimum. If you gotta get on phones or something like that, go upstairs. Try not to heckle the comedians unless they coming directly at you. We're gonna have a fun ass time. Y'all ready for the first comedian? Ready for the first comedian? First comedian coming to the stage. One of my day one ladies in this comedy shit, Emily Sierra.
Let's hear it one more time for Mo. And all the ass he eats, I guess. Woo, give it up for him. I got stuck on the visual when you said Michael Phelps. I just pictured him eating ass. I was like, whoa, maybe I'm ovulating. That's my bad. He was one of my crushes growing up. Like, because when he started in the Olympics, I was like a teenager. And I just watched the Olympics swimming because it was like hot shirtless dudes. And oh man, he was one of my childhood crushes. It's weird with the mic. Do you hear that little ringing? It's just me, a little bit.
I hear it.
Yeah, right? Hey Mo, can you fix the levels? It's like,
I got you.
it's just a little. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. Yeah. I didn't want to talk about dicks and stuff, hearing a back ringing in my mind. It was like, dick. It was like an echo. I was like, I don't need to hear that. I'm good. Yeah, man. So one of my older childhood crushes was Mark Wahlberg. Remember Marky Mark? Back in the day, oh yeah, she does, right? Yeah. Him in those tighty whities, oh my God, I loved him. And I realized now that I'm like out here dating, I try to date guys that look like those old childhood crushes. So I was trying to nail down Marky Mark for months. I was like, where is he? Where am I gonna find this guy? I found him out in Springfield. So I was out at this bar. And this guy kind of looked like Marky Mark, but he had less abs and money. So when I saved his name in my phone, I saved it as Mark Walmart. Hear me out. I just wanted to remember when I got lonely, he was broke, you know? And we kept texting him because it was cuffing season and I was pretty lonely. And then I don't know what happened. One thing led to another and then his penis was in my mouth. I was like, wait, what? Backtrack. He did take me to Texas Roadhouse, so that helped for sure. I don't know. Something about picking out your meat. I was like, maybe I'll try his, you know? And the hot buttered rolls, oh my God, dude. Juice me up. They were good. The ribeye was better though than his. He was not good. He talked up a big game for sure about his tongue abilities. And so he's like, oh, you don't even know. I'm gonna treat you first because I'm a gentleman. I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. So I'm just laying down. I'm like, dude, I could be doing my taxes right now. This is taking a while, you know? You know, he has no skills, ladies, when you start thinking about your to-do list. You know, you're like, all right, this is gonna take so much longer. I could have got laundry done. I could have watched an episode of Hunting Wives. Like, this is stupid. So he's down there doing his amazing abilities, like he tells me. I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. And I'm like, and I realize what he's doing. He's just spitting on me and slobbering. Like I'm not bringing anything to the party, right? I'm not wet at all. But he's like, how is it? And it's like, it's not feeling good. If I'm gonna be honest, but it's like, you know, man, you don't want to like hurt his little feelings. So he's down there with his tongue. It's like, it's weird. It's like burning. It's like leaving a weird sensation. It's like, it almost feels like a cactus tongue. It's like rubbing some sandpaper shit on me. I'm like, what is this? He's like, how is it? How is it? Am I leaving a mess down there? And I'm like, actually, it's burning. I think you're leaving a kombucha starter kit. Dude, he threw off the pH. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's a white girl joke, because we know kombucha. You ever make your own kombucha? You look like it. She does. She also looks like an art teacher, like the cool kind, you know, that like has an edible on their lunch break. She's really cool. Yeah, so you know about kombucha. Yeah, so he threw off my coochie balance. This motherfucker had a gross mouth, and I should have known better, okay? The red flag came out, and I ignored it, okay? This was the red flag. He slept over at my place for the first time. We're getting ready for bed. I'm like, okay, do you want to put on a game? Because I have to do my 17-step skincare routine. Do you want to use the bathroom first before I take it over for an hour? Like, do you want to brush your teeth? Need to borrow a toothbrush? He goes, oh no, babe, it's okay. I don't brush my teeth before bed. And then I let that man eat me out. So that's my fault. That's my fucking fault, okay? Like, I asked for those germs. I asked for that mouth rot, right? What's it called? Like mouth rot or something? There's a WebMD term for it. I don't fucking know. I didn't get there because I was just convincing myself my coochie was gonna fall off. He gave me that. He put me out so bad, dude. And I like went to urgent care. They stuck a bunch of shit up there. They couldn't figure it out. And he put me out all summer. I was just on the sidelines, getting no dick, just watching all my friends be whores. It sucks, okay? It was not hot girl summer for me. It was like, I don't know, healing girl summer. Reset your pH balance summer. It was not fun. So got no fun. But he was fine. Right? We learn our lessons. So you guys have been dating for a year, right? Yeah, he has good mouth hygiene. I mean, I can tell. Good style. This man flosses twice a day. If I had to put it together, what do you do for work? Oh, okay. He put it casually. He's like, I'm not smart at anything. You're mad smart, dude. You're fucking. What type of engineer? Like a boat engineer?
Submarine.
See, boat. That's a boat, right? Yeah, that goes underwater. I'm smart too, bro. Yo, a submarine engineer. I can't even. How many years of school you have to do for that? A term underwater? About 6. He did 8. I love a humble guy. He's great. Keep him. That's great. What was you were married before him? Oh yeah, right? I can hear it in your voice. You're like, oh yeah, big mistake, right? Big dumpster fire, all right? Where'd you meet that one?
It was a dating.
A dating
It
app?
wasn't a dating app, it was a newspaper. This is
A newspaper, wow, oh my God. But I like that hustle though, like you guys got printed to meet people, you know what I mean? Like you had a deadline 2 weeks before publishing, right? Nobody works with that now, you know what I mean? It's also like instant. You're like, all right, once it goes out on Thursday, we'll wait and see. Someone's gonna call. Oh man, what was husband 1 or 2? Who was worse? Do they both belong in the same ditch together?
No.
Oh, husband 1. Okay, he was way worse. Oh yeah. Probably similar to my ex-boyfriend, my first boyfriend. I feel like the first one, he's either amazing or he's like a felon. Like there's no line between. Maybe that's just me. No, but my first boyfriend, I don't like to talk shit about exes. I really don't, and I don't even like calling this one an asshole because he wasn't. He was like an ass trench, you know, like a deep pit of shit. Yeah, and I dated him for 3 years. I was like, woo! Maybe we could clean him up, make him smell nice. Yeah. No, I was just a virgin. Okay, that's what it was. I didn't know better. I was very excited to have a boyfriend, very excited there was something in the bedroom, you know, because when you go from like finger to penis, that's a great upgrade, all right? Come on, that's like trading in your flip phone for the first iPhone. You're like, what? I can play games with this? It's got all the bells and whistles, you know? So he was cool, but then I realized I was like, he's not cool. Yeah, he's not cool, you know? Because he was a liar. He was a fucking liar. He didn't respect any of the women in his life, and like I was learning that very quickly. Like his mom, he would steal her vodka behind her back. His aunt, she had ADHD, some sort of mental issue, probably similar to me, but she had Ritalin. So he was stealing her Ritalin pills to trade it in for weed. I was like, damn. We're hooking up, and I'm like, is he gonna try to steal the copper out of my IUD? Like, I wouldn't put it past a bitch. I wouldn't. So I broke up with him. He was giving me too much anxiety. And he was bad too. Like he had a temper, you know, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna try. And I was like, woo, maybe I gotta start practicing Wii boxing. I don't know. This ain't it. Yeah, so I broke up with him. That was really good. And my family was really happy I broke up with him. But also, they gave up a lot of hope for me, you know, because they saw my choice in men. They're like, Emily, how about you just stay at home, right? Take up some hobbies for a while. Well, don't go out anymore. Like, my mom just wanted to trap me in, teach me how to knit, and honestly hope I became a lesbian. I don't know. Didn't want me to get my heart broken by men anymore. But then I did, you know, because it's me. I did online dating after my ex. When it first came out. Remember Tinder, like back in the day, before the rules and regulations? It was just like, dick pic, hitting you in every direction. My first day on Tinder was so aggressive. This guy messaged me, and he goes, all right, I'm gonna get straight to the point. I got a big dick and depression. You wanna take the good with the bad? I was like, wait, what? Is he for real out here? Is he actually sad? I thought men's mental health was just a joke. Like, don't you just listen to Joe Rogan and like hang out with the boys, right? Saturdays are for the boys, right? So I was like, I don't know, man. Should I go over there, right? He has trouble waking up in the morning. What if his does too, you know? Like, what if I'm there and it's just like, you know what I mean? That like gummy worm dick, you know? Like those 90s toys they made for no reason. It's just a waste of plastic with like the water. You put your fingers in the middle. It's like, oh, yeah, it was like that. So that wasn't fun. But now I'm trying to not focus on dating. I'm trying to get my money right, you know, because despite these cute shoes, y'all, I'm the brokest I've ever been. Okay, I'm the brokest I've ever been between my student loans, inflation. I think I'm actually gonna have to get a second boyfriend. Not a second job. Ew, I don't want to work more. All right. And I feel like I'm kind of a bougie bitch, so my first boyfriend, I would stress him out too much. You know, I'd be too much of like a financial liability. So the second boyfriend would be like our financial backer. You know what I mean? And just sometimes I would back it up into him. But just to get my bread. You know what I mean? Just to get my bread. What else I'll leave you guys with? You guys stoners? Weed crowd, maybe? Yeah, all right, cool. Edible girl, I knew it, yeah. So you guys would have loved this crowd. This was at a weed show, like private weed lounge, invite only, and they had all the types of weed there. They had edibles, they had the crazy baseball-sized joints, and And they had this thing I never smoked before, the dabs. You guys ever mess around with that? All right, you did a little crack once, all right? You did a little bit, all right? I had never done that before. So I get off stage, they're like, Emily, do you want to smoke a dab? Wish it came with a warning, okay? Wish they warned me what I was getting into. Because then I had to drive an hour and a half back home, okay? So I smoked this dab, and I don't know what to expect. They're getting everything up, they're setting up everything. I was like, wow, this is a lot just to get high, what's happening? And then they pull out the creme brulee cooker that you like torch the nail with. I'm like, wait, it comes with dessert? They're like, no, bitch, it's for the nail, go! I was like, ah! So I get so high, right? And then I have to embark on this drive, hour and a half. I was like, how am I gonna do this? So I put on a podcast to help me focus, and it was going really good. And then I went to rewind it, and that's when I realized I wasn't playing anything. Those were just my thoughts the whole time. Yeah, so smoke a dab, have a good rest of your night. I'm Emily Sierra. Give it up for your host, Mo. If you guys are on Instagram, you want to find me there. I'm Emily, Siero. All right, give it up for your host. Bye.
Yes.
Clap it up for Emily Sierra and her beautiful shoes. I got a pair like that in my closet too. So maybe I need to come out of it, you know what I'm saying? Get it, but she's not impressed. Anyway, coming next to the stage, man. This young man is very, very funny, man. He's getting very, very svelte. I see what you're doing with your body. You're getting real slim. Clap it up for the comedy styles of Teddy Ray.
What y'all stop for? Like, I feel the love just stopped real fast. I was like, what the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. Yo, give it up for Mo, your host. Especially ass that he's eating apparently. Mo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if the pussy tastes like ass, she don't know how to wipe. That's what it is. That's what the fuck it is, okay? You know, give it up for Emily. She came right before me. As she should, because I'm a Jew. You know, when she was complaining about the mic, I was like, geez, what a size queen. Then she was talking about the sound levels. I was like, oh, thank you. I judged you early. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the last show that I did with Mo, I showed up and he said, hey man, I didn't realize that there was a bunch of kids here and shit like that. I don't want that to fuck up your vibes or nothing like that. So just do what you do, but I mean, do good, right? You got kids, you a clean comic, right? I said, shit, only at the clinic. And then I stepped to the mic and proceeded to ruin those children's lives. So after I got off the stage, he said, yo, bro, I got this show for you if you want to do it. It's an Nc17 show. I said, okay, cool. Then he sent me the flyer so I could promote for it. I looked at the flyer. It was 3 black men and a white girl in pigtails. I said, ain't nobody coming to this show. First, I don't know what the fuck he signed me up for. And 2, why would they come to some shit they could watch at home for free? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I did before I came. Double entendre. She got it, the art teacher. You got it. You know, I mean, we all did. You did, sir. I know you did. I know you did. You know what I'm saying? You made one in college. But that's, that was before him. He can't judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? How much more time I got? All right, cool. I got about 6 minutes. I've made a baby in less. Let's begin. My name is Teddy Ray. All right? When you look that name up on Google, what you're going to see is you're going to see 2 results. There's going to be an Asian one and a black one. For full transparency, I'm both. Okay? I was previously an Asian man, and then I recently went through a transition, because I was like, it's getting dangerous out here for us. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make a move. I thought about being Latino for a second. Then Trump got in. I said, nah, I ain't. Guess who on me on it? What the fuck? I said, couldn't be. I was halfway there. You know what I'm saying? So, what the fuck was I saying real quick? I'm Asian. I felt, oh yeah, cool. So I made my recent transition going to a black man. I had to switch up my stereotypes. You feel what I'm saying? It's been a nice thing before. I was good at math. My dick was little, and everybody said I couldn't drive. Now, I don't know shit about math. I got a dick with the nice new car smell. Got to use 2 hands at the urinal. It's fun. I like it. And I can drive as far as I want. How far I can drive before I get pulled over, completely different story. So I thought about being Latino for a while, and at first, while I was in my transition, I was working on Duolingo. You know, anybody else been on Duolingo? Yeah. What's your streak looking like?
342 days. I just lost it.
Right, you see what I'm saying? You feel me, right? So as I was doing that, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go be black because they never sent the niggas back, so I think I'm safe, right? So I was like, all this ICE shit is going on out here and so forth, and I'm like, yo, you know, first of all, what the fuck did the Latinos do, right? We got two of them here. What the fuck happened? What did y'all do besides give us Bad Bunny and tacos? You get what I'm saying? Like, why they after y'all so bad? You know, what did y'all do besides giving us some of the most beautiful women in the world and cutting the grass that my allergies won't allow me to do? I just don't understand. So, right, but I always try to play devil's advocate, no matter what I'm seeing, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's evil, I try to play devil's advocate. So one day, I ain't gonna lie, I think I was racist for about 75 seconds. I don't know if I was trying it on or if it just happened. Now, my man, your Duolingo streak, you just lost it, right? Right? Now, my streak is like 565, right? I logged on one day, I've been busy, logged on one day, my streak looked like it reset to 1. Immediately, I started supporting the border. I said, fuck that. You don't let them come over here, I don't need the shit anyway. Fuck it. Fuck it. I started hating on everything Spanish. I said, you got a streak too, right? No, you ain't got no streak? You should work on that, you know what I'm saying? You should work on that. All right. You know what I'm saying? But for real, they started painting the border black and shit. I was like, good, they won't even see me coming. I recently transitioned. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's all fucking good. Yo, straight up, I was racist for a little bit. I said, yo, fuck it all. But I try to think, I'm like, what could have possibly happened, right? Because you see Trump out here right now, and he doing old people shit. That's really what it is, right? It's just old people shit. Get off my lawn type shit, really. You know what I'm saying? That's mostly what he's doing. And I was like, what? What could the Latinos have been doing? And I feel like some of them showed up at Mar-a-Lago at some point, and they probably had like 6 kids in the back, all the windows down, and they was bumping some shit. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know that song? You know that song? Right? For people that don't know that song, right? There's a Spanish song out here. It's like da da da, and that's all I say the whole goddamn song. And eventually it speeds up. If I started dancing on it, I would fall off this small stage because it's just a bunch of humping. That's all you doing. Da 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 da. And I'm like, he probably thought it was gunshots. I ain't gonna lie. He was probably like, yo, too much violence, too much gang violence. Get these motherfuckers out of here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what the fuck are they doing over there? Like, what are these Spanish people doing? He was cutting the grass, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what's going on here. So yeah, Spanish people, I'm with y'all. You know, y'all been part of my history, part of my pubescent awakening. Now they say Nc17 show, so you know, a lot of times people like you want to be dirty. You know, and I know we've been talking about dating up here. I do a lot of life coaching. I do a lot of dating advice. What's the best dating advice you ever got, sir?
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself. That's good. Give it up for him. That's solid. That's solid. That was way more honorable than what I'd say when I answer that question first. Because people always ask me, and I say, well, if you really want to know, don't be fucking these hoes in the daytime. The microphone didn't like that. Y'all saw that shit? I said, nah, that shit got erectile dysfunction immediately. It's like, nah. What you mean, man? It's nighttime. You good, microphone. I said, don't be fucking these hoes in the daytime. They say, why? Why? I said, it's scientifically backed. See, what happens is, are y'all together? Right? How long y'all been together?
5 years.
5 years? All right, so y'all definitely been fucking in the daytime. And I know how you got there. See, what happens is, when you have sex with a woman in the daytime, you no longer like a sneaky link. You feel what I'm saying? You're not like the guy she don't talk about, she don't tell, nothing like that. Now you're part of her routine. She had to interrupt work and shit to come get that dick. You get what I'm saying? You know, so now, even if you ain't hitting on shit, even if you like some of Emily's exes, she's starting to see shit in the future that ain't even there. She see a 401k, you know what I'm saying? Just, that's what it is, so.
Don't bring me into it.
So she starts seeing shit that ain't even there. That being said, if you don't want a woman to fall in love early and shit like that, you just gotta keep them when the lights off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, you gotta treat it like cell phones back in the day when you had to call after 9. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do when you take your time, what you gotta do with the lights off, which is what a lot of women prefer anyway, right? Like they like to have sex with the lights off. Like, I didn't choose you to see some shit. Like, who the fuck said I wanted to fuck a hole in the darkness? What the fuck was I working on my game for? To be like, yeah, how you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying? My name is Ted. And all this other shit. For you to be like, now fuck me in the dark. You can't even see me, I'm a phantom. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? That's my toxic trait. Now I'm like, I gotta fuck them all in the daytime. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to see something. All you got is your light in this world, and you got the way that you spread your light with people. You get to decide how strong it's gonna be, and you get to decide how strong it's gonna be with the people that you share. So when women fuck in the daytime, especially white women, you did what I'm saying, like the light bounces off more. So I'm trying to see something. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl. She like, you would bounce off more? I'm like, look, bounce almost as much as you do. Anyway, my name Teddy Ray, and that's my time. I appreciate it.
Clap it up for Teddy. You said don't fuck every day with the lights. You got it. Yeah, fuck with the lights on, because you might get a surprise, like a burn, like something, burn, something like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Danny Coulier knows what I'm talking about, man. We enjoying the show so far? We enjoying so far? Okay, I got 2 people clapping. Fuck it, I'll get them. They ain't paying attention. They don't give a fuck. He hates me. Like, no, I just gotta say something real quick before I bring up the next comment, man, because you know what? I gotta get on the fellas, man. Fellas! Fellas! Are there fellas in here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one fella. I should do this fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Fellas, we fucking up. Fellas, I'm gonna get on all of y'all. We are messing up. We having a hard time pleasing the ladies, right? I looked up a statistic. I gotta take my glasses off for this one. And it said that men, overall, not individuals, but overall, men only make women orgasm 30% of the time. 3 out of 10 times, man. You know what I thought when I heard that stat? Those some Hall of Fame baseball numbers. She got that Pete Rose pussy, that Cooperstown coochie. They need to hang her panties up in the rafters and throw that Hall of Fame jacket over her shoulders like James Brown. This is a man's world. Women complain that men only make them come 3 out of 10 times. You know what that tells me? If you want to come more, you need to fuck more. Stop being conceited and bust that coochie more. 3 times equals 10, 20 times equals 6, 30 times equals 9. If you want to bust more, you got to bust it open. Women complain that men don't make them come, but they seem to conveniently forget that men invented over 99.9% of all sex toys, including dildos. So the next time you're with your man and he inevitably fails and you have to reach for that toy as a backup plan, remember, we made that for y'all. We knew our limitations. As the old saying goes, if you build it, they will come. That's it. Yeah, she knows the references. The YN has no idea what the fuck. Field of Dreams, it was a movie that came out in like the early 90s, and it's like, they were like a baseball field, and they say if you build it, they will. I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you. He's like, I know the movie's that. I don't know. Hey, listen, coming up, we got a couple more comedians left, man. This gentleman real funny, man. I've been seeing him do this thing on his grind from Hartford, Connecticut. Clap it up for our feature act of the evening, Leon. Winner, Leon the comedian.
How y'all doing? Oh my God. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? What's an appropriate age for y'all kid to realize you're poor? Cause my 5-year-old's starting to figure it out. She's starting to catch on. The other day we went to the store, you know, grabbed some groceries for dinner, you know. And as we're walking through the store, we passed by the little toy section, and my daughter said, "Oh my God, Dad, can I get a toy?" And I said, "No, baby, you know, we only came here for food real fast." And she said, "Daddy, is it because you don't have any monies?" Nigga, we was in public. There was so much people that we was in public. I ain't never called my baby mother so fast. Bitch, what did you tell her? I had to buy that shit out of spite. I bought that shit out of spite, so later when she said, "Daddy, I'm hungry," I said, nah, baby. Go make that Play-Doh into a hamburger, baby. I love telling that joke. The other day I went to go pick up my daughter, and my baby mother's father greeted me outside. He was like, "Yo, bro, I really love the comedy. I don't know what that bitch is telling her." I said, "Thank you." Oh my God. But nah, people always get it misconstrued, because when I say like I'm poor, I mean like I'm poor. My kid's not poor. Like I got a fat kid. My kid eats like 3-4 times before I eat. Like, and after every meal, no matter what meal it is, she'll ask for a dessert. Even if it's breakfast. First of all, there's no such thing as breakfast. There's no dessert after breakfast. Never. That shit pisses me off. And she asks me for dessert so often. Dessert. Daddy, can I get dessert? Daddy, can I get dessert? And she don't realize how close Daddy is to deserting her. Cause it's like if she asks me for that dessert one more fucking time. Nah, but having a kid is a trip. I have a beautiful little girl. I remember the day she was born. People kept telling me, "Look, yo, get the shotgun ready. By the time she gets to high school, you're gonna have a problem." And I was just like, that's not how I plan on handling that situation. I remember when I was in high school and I had a girlfriend. It was time for me to take her virginity, which was pretty cool. It was time for me to take her virginity, and I remember I went to her. We had to do a party first because she wanted me to meet her parents. And as I'm meeting the dad, I'm sitting next to the dad. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? This is my daughter. I've been protecting her my whole life, and now I want you to protect her." I was like, "You know, I got you. I respect you. I want to make sure she's good." And then he pulls out a box cutter from his pocket. Pull it out. He said, "Because if anything happened, just know it's gonna happen to you." So I back up. I'm scared a little bit. He said, "Why are you scared? It's a box cutter. It's for boxes." I said, "Nigga, it's still sharp." It's still sharp, but that shit, it really did something to me. It made me think. It made me think long and hard. It made me fuck her even harder. Cause like he couldn't even afford a real knife, and, you know. And I'm not gonna lie. In 10th grade, I knew a few niggas with guns. You know what I mean? I felt protected. He ain't stopped nothing. But like that's not the approach I plan on taking. I plan on taking the complete opposite approach because that's not how I want to handle that situation. I can't wait for her to get a boyfriend because I can't wait to introduce myself. "Hey, how you doing? My name is Leon. I've been protecting this girl my whole life, and now it's your responsibility. And I want you to know, I want you to feel safe because I want my baby to feel safe. And I want you to know, whatever you plan on doing with my daughter, I want you to also plan on doing it with me. If you want to kiss, give me a smooch. You want to hold hands? Let's interlock, buddy. You thinking about sex? You better stretch." Nah, I've been ready. But no, having a kid is tough. It's tough. Like my kid has been kicked out of 3 daycares. Like she was an Arkham villain. Like who the fuck gets kicked out of daycares? And then after the 3rd time, I got worried. I go to my mom. I'm like, "Mom, I don't know what to do. Like this is the 3rd daycare she got kicked out of. She's really hyper. These people keep complaining. What do I do? They're telling me, oh, you should take her to the doctor. You should get her checked out." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm scared. I'm nervous." And my mom said, "You don't gotta worry about that. Because when you were younger, they tried to do the same thing to you. When they were younger, they made me take you to a doctor, and I don't remember. They labeled you with like ADD or ADHD, but they wanted to give you medication, and I wouldn't let them." And I said, "Wait, bitch, wait, hold on, wait, bitch." Because like I was 27 when she told me that. You told me my whole life I was just undiagnosed, just roaming the world. So I told my baby mother this. I was just like, "Yeah, no, I think I have ADHD." And she was like, "Yo, it's crazy. I do too." I said, "My baby didn't stand a chance. We were just two special people humping." But that's enough about my kid. That's a few of my kid jokes. As you guys can tell, I am a black guy with long hair. All that means is I have longer hair than most of my sisters. I got 7 sisters. That's a lot of ball bitches, dog. That is so many. Yo, it went like ball bitch, me, ball bitch, there's so many ball bitches. I only tell that joke because I live with my sister and we like to argue all the time. She likes to tell me that my dreads are nothing but just dead, rotted hair matted together. And my rebuttal to that is, shorty, when you buy weave, are you buying alive here. You know, at least I grew mine, right? Okay, I got one more about bald head. They say that braids originated during slavery, that slaves used to braid the path to freedom in their hair. And what I think is really ironic about that is if my sister was a slave, nigga, we would have never made it to freedom. The map would have never been long enough. Massa would have caught us, I swear to God. I did this joke at a show a few days ago, but it was an all black crowd and all the girls wanted to laugh, but they couldn't. They were just looking at me like, ooh. And what I think was even funnier about that is after I got off stage, I noticed that my phone was on, so I checked it, and I butt dialed one of my sisters. She said, "Were you talking about me?" I said, "Nah, never, not on stage. Are you crazy?" Oh yeah. You guys doom scroll? You ever go on like Instagram, TikTok, you're scrolling through videos, and you notice like after every like 4 or 5 scrolls, your algorithm is like tailored towards you. So it'll give you ads for shit you need. Like if you were pregnant, it'd be like a bunch of diapers and shit. If you're like a dog mom, it'd be like dog food and shit, right? I notice every time I get an ad, I only get ads for Blue Chew. And it made me realize, who told my phone my dick was trash? Like that, like who told? Why does my phone know this? But no, I'm not gonna lie. So I thought about it. I bought the Blue Chew, and I was just like, yeah, I'll try this out. I'll try it. I mean, it was the algorithm's tailored to me, so my phone has to know something. So I bought it, and I only took it one time. I remember I went to a girl house. We were kissing. I'm thinking, oh, something's about to happen. I'm going to the bathroom real fast. I take one. We go back out. Another 20 minutes of kissing. Cool, it's going good. I'm like, okay, this is about to work. But then she gets a phone call. She looks over and it's her mom. And I'm like, okay, cool. She answers the phone. Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, her cousin died. And I was just like, oh my God, damn. I mean, technically, he's still gonna be dead in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, he's not coming back. It's not like Jesus and I already took it. But like, I ended up leaving, but like the thing, I took it, so for the rest of the day, the whole day, I don't know if you ever took like an ED pill, but it's not like you're hard the whole time, but it's just like as soon as the wind blows past it, that nigga, so the whole day I'm walking around like I'm Bruce Banner about to turn into the Hulk, and it was uncomfortable, so I realized I didn't want to take it no more, but I already did pay for the subscription, and it kept coming to me, and I'm just like, you know what, I do have an abundance of these drugs. And I ain't never been a drug dealer, but I think I can get these dick pills off. So I became the neighborhood dick pill salesman. And like I come from the era of like selling weed that you could just walk down the street and say loud, loud, and somebody would eventually be like, hey, I want some. You can't do that with dick pills. You can't go, your shit work? Does your dick, sir, you know what I mean? You can't, that's not how you get the sales. And then I remember one of my friends ended up buying one, and I made this like, dog, I was really a good salesman with it. I gave him nothing but like, yo, this is gonna work. I took it one time, my shit stayed hard for 4 days. Like I gave him all the instructions, right? And he told me he took it and nothing happened. And that's when I realized that nigga's dick needed a defibrillator. Cause what the fuck are you I told him, I said, yo, here, take 4. Take 4, heart attack, shit. And I was doing good being a dick pill salesman until my stash, it just went missing. And like I said earlier, I live with my sister. You don't know the awkward conversation it is to walk up to you like, hey, all right, I've been selling drugs. You've been selling drugs? Oh my God, we're so disappointed. Wait, I don't sell hard drugs. I sell get hard drugs. It's different. Like technically it's legal. Like not illegal, you know what I mean? But like I couldn't bring my heart to it. And the thing is, I watch a lot of like drug shows. I watch a lot of like Power and Empire and shit like that. So I felt like Franklin Saint when he lost his drugs, and I had to kick through the stash house. Where are the drugs? Like you can't do that with dick pills. You can't do that with dick pills. My favorite thing about being a comedian is like 10 minutes up here and 10 minutes at sex is 2 completely different things. Because 10 minutes up here, I'm fucking prepared. But 10 minutes at sex, I'm a fucking failure. You know what I mean? It's 2 fucking different things. I got one more before I get off with you fun people. I miss having racist white friends. they really do make good decisions. I remember a few years ago, I was in a parking lot and me and my friend was rolling up. And as we were rolling up, a group of 5 niggas walked right past the car and he said, yo bro, you mind locking your door? And I was just like, dog, that's racist as shit. But then I remembered something. At the time, I worked at a grocery store. Now, I don't know about you, but niggas don't shop together. They know I've never once woken up, gone to my kitchen, said, ooh, there's nothing in here, and called 5 niggas. It's never happened. And if I did, we were stealing. Thank you. My name is Leon Comedian.
Clap it up for Leon the comedian. You was wasting your money on those dick pill subscriptions. Because all you gotta do is go to the gas station. Get the honey pack. You ever you hear about the honey? If you go to the gas station in the ghetto areas, they have this little vial of honey that has the active ingredient Viagra called sildenafil. You take a little bit of that honey, and your honey will be pleased. I'm telling you, you get a little headache, you get a little dizzy and stuff like that. Your nose probably bleed a little bit, but the honey pack, that shit's that shit. But the best Viagra is just an attractive woman. If he's not getting hard, it's her fault. No, I'm just fucking around. Anyway, coming last to the stage, man, very, very funny. The headliner of the evening, all the way from Atlanta, but he's been doing this comedy thing for the last few years in New York City. Clap it up for my friend, comedy stylist of Chris Brown.
Hey, y'all give it up one more time for Mo, man. Give it up for Mo. All the comedians you seen, man. Appreciate y'all coming out. I know y'all heard Chris Brown. Let that settle in for a minute, man. I know y'all. I hope some of y'all probably, thought that he was real Chris Brown. Yeah, sometimes I be selling tickets like that. White folks, they don't be knowing the difference, man. They don't check. I feel like I need to change my name, man. I'm trying to wait him out. I'm feeling like you might self-destruct, man. You know what I mean? I can just slide right in, though. Yeah, man. But I came up here from New York, man. I drove all the way. Any New Yorkers in here? Anybody from New York? Oh, you from New York? Oh, okay. What part? Oh, okay. Check you out. You migrated up here to Hartford, huh? Okay, I got you. Trying to save a couple dollars, huh? That's what it is. New York is expensive, though. What about you? You from?
I was born in Yonkers.
Yonkers? Okay, I got you. Okay, tough white boy then. You know what I mean? They say Yonkers close to the Bronx. You ain't scared of black folks, is you, man? You know what I mean? That's inappropriate. I apologize. Yeah, man. But I like getting out of the city, man. Getting on the road, man. Doing comedy in the middle of nowhere, man. I like staying in these sleazy hotels, man. Like Motel 6, Red Roof Inn, I don't know about y'all, there's something sexy about it though, right? I don't know, it's like as soon as you walk in, you can smell the infidelity in the air though, Hey, you smell like somebody's been cheating here though, Sexy though, I was in one hotel room, it was a Red Roof Inn, and I was like, man, I recognize this room from a pornography I saw, man. Booty talk number 9 was filmed there, man. I remember that stain on the wall, man. Yeah, man, I love hotels though. My lady, she's an Airbnb type person on vacation. I can't do Airbnbs on vacation. It just don't feel like no vacation to me. You always in some random house, some random neighborhood. Feels more like you in witness protection if you ask me. Don't it kind of feel like you hiding from somebody? Like an FBI informant in this house, man. And then when you stand in the Airbnb, I don't like the fact that there's no formal check-in process. Everything is so casual. You know what I'm saying? You always got to go on some scavenger hunt to find the keys. You know what I'm saying? What they tell you? Go around the back of the house. It's gonna be 2 plant pots. Underneath the plant pots is gonna be a crossword puzzle. You know what I mean? Unscramble the crossword puzzle. That'll be a clue to get you to the key. Ain't nobody got time to be doing that. Plus, I'm a black man. I can't be going around the side of the house looking for no keys, dog. That could be problematic for me. I need a concierge. I need somebody to check me in, dog. Yeah, I like all-inclusive resorts too, though. That's my thing, boy. I love a good all-inclusive resort. But you just can't go to any all-inclusive resort, though. You gotta pick the right one. You gotta go to the right country. And you gotta go to all-inclusive resort, one of those poor developing countries. You know? Country can't be doing so well, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they check the tourism. I check the GDP of the countries I'm going to. You know what I mean? Make sure they ain't doing so well, man. They get my money's worth. You know? I need a corrupt president. I need something, man. Some political instability. That's like, yeah, this is gonna be a nice resort, but they gonna work hard for these couple dollars. But yeah, though, man, in New York, man. I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia. Thought you fought that for a minute, though. You know? God damn, I was like, that's a powerful fart, man. You know, that was the chip. You know, okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm living in New York, man. And, I'm actually from Atlanta, though. And yeah, I like living in the north, though. You know, tri-state area, you know. Oh, it feels less racist, though, you know. Yeah, it feels less racist, though. But it might not be, though, you know. You know, it might just be because it's so diverse, you know, that you got all these other ethnicities to share the racism with, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we all just absorbing the discrimination together, though, you know what I mean? Like you say the term, you people up north, you know what I mean? Like you say the term, you people down south, you know exactly who they talking about though, right? You say the term, you people up north, man, there's a bunch of people turn around, man, you know what I mean? Even a couple white folks turn around, they like, I ain't white. Yeah, man, but Atlanta's a cool little city. Anybody in here ever been to Atlanta? You ever been to Atlanta? You been to Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta, you been to Atlanta?
Mississippi.
Oh, you from Mississippi? Oh, okay. That's why you spoke on the racism, man. You know what I mean? You done been through it now. That don't got that. Yeah, man. Atlanta's a cool little city in the South, though, man. It's a lot of black professionals. You know, a lot of black, you know, entrepreneurs. You know, black wealth. But if you go down there as a black person, you got to make sure you got your shit together. If you go down there, man, you ain't got stuff going on, boy. Atlanta will turn you into a hater. You know what I mean? You start saying to yourself, I need to get up out of here. I need to go to some place where black folks ain't doing so well, man. I need to go to Detroit. I could be the mayor of Detroit, man. You know what I mean? Nothing in Atlanta. I'm insecure as hell. Yeah, man. Atlanta. A lot of talk about guns. Down south, man. I don't know how it is in Connecticut. Is Connecticut open carry state?
No.
Oh, okay. Y'all answered that like y'all wish it was. Damn, y'all spit that back quick though, man. What y'all got? Yeah, there's a lot of people carry guns in Atlanta, man. It's open carry state. Everybody got a gun. Carrying a gun in Atlanta is just like carrying a cell phone, you know. You see dudes walk around, man, I just lost my gun, man. I know I had it on me, you know what I mean? Because I just shot somebody earlier, you know what I mean? I think I done dropped it at the drive-by, man. We gotta go back. Yeah, man, Atlanta's crazy when it comes to, you know, everybody got guns, man. Real easy to get shot, too, because everybody got a gun. You know, altercations can get crazy, right? Yeah. I remember one time I got into an altercation with a dude. Dude pulled a gun out on me, you know. And I'm honest to God, man, I was scared to death. I really thought I was about to lose my life, you know. I've never been more relieved to get punched in the face, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you see a gun, boy, you just happy to get an ass whooping, man. You know what I mean? I just think to myself, hey, I appreciate that ass whooping, bro. You a good dude for that, man. You know what I mean? I even complimented him. I said, you know what, bro? You out here saving lives, man. You're doing all these good deeds in the community, man. You know? Damn Atlanta, man. But that's why I don't carry a gun, though. You know? That's why I don't even want to have a gun, you know? Because I don't want to shoot nobody. You know? And what's the fun in having a gun if you can't use it, though, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't buy shoes that I don't wear. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, man, but I just had a baby, man. I got a 6-month-old at the house. I know, right? Picked a fine time to bring that up, though, right? You know what I mean? That's obviously the last thing on your mind, man. You know? Anybody else ain't got kids? Who got kids? Y'all got kids? Your kid? Oh, how many you got? Oh, you shaking your head. You got a lot of them here, man. You know? Like, yeah, man, I got some kids. You want to talk about kids? I got 30 minutes on kids. How many kids you got? 4? 4 girls? Okay. that means you must have been a player back in the day, man. You know, that's what they say though, man. When a man, you know, has a bunch of girls, I mean, that's God's way of getting back at him, you know, for all the damage he did to women, man. And, you know, it's got me thinking, man, you know, I had a girl, I would have been, my ego would have been hurt if I would have had a boy, man. I would have been like, God, you ain't seen what I did in them streets, man? You don't respect my player, man. You over here giving me, do I need to remind you who I was out here over here giving me a boy? You supposed to give me, no, how old are your girls though?
20, 22, 21, 18, and 16.
God damn, man, you look young as hell. What you started when you was 9? I thought he got like babies at the crib like me. How old are you? You look good, man. How old are you? Pause, but you know what I mean? How old are you?
42.
42? God damn, man, give it up for this man, man. 42 years old. What's the secret though? Them 4 girls, brother, you know what I mean? God, that's what's up. They say black don't crack though, right? I tell you, well, that's the least God could have did for us everything else we got going on. You imagine if we look like what we've been through, you know what I mean? That's beautiful, man. You got 4. Yeah, I got a girl too, man. I got a 6-month-old at the house. Yeah, we get a lot of compliments about how cute our baby is, though. I'm actually kind of surprised though, because growing up, my mom told me I wasn't a cute baby though. You know? Yeah, she was like, yeah, I knew you weren't cute, Chris, because whenever people used to see you for the first time as a baby, the first thing they used to say was, oh, he's really alert. You know what I mean? Everybody was talking about how alert I was. What's alertness, like, ain't nobody ever been cute looking alert. Yeah, tell you, man, see, you went through that 4 times, right? Telling you that newborn phase ain't no joke. First 2 months, that was hell, man. Man, that first 2-3 days at the hospital, man, my baby was crying so much, we couldn't get no sleep. I started looking up adoption agencies, man. You know what I mean? I was like, man, we might just wait. We don't love her yet, you know what I mean? Like, it's still new, we just met her. It's better to do it now, cut the ties, and we go. Having a baby, man, you know. And it's 2 of us too, though. I mean, like, having a baby is hard with 2 parents. I said, let me tell you something. I understand single moms, why they be so angry and mad all the time, though. You know, I get it, though. I see why they put dudes on child support, man. You know what I mean?
Hey. Soft subject.
Soft subject? I guess. These just jokes, man. You know, don't take it serious, man. I'm just talking, man. You know, I don't mean no harm. Baby at the crib. Yeah, we going through the sleep situation now, man. Trying to get her to sleep, trying to make sure she stays asleep. Yeah, man. You know, we be tiptoeing around the house when she sleep. Boy, we learn how to be cat burglars at this point, man. You know what I mean? We don't do nothing around the house that make noise. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This might be TMI, man. When our baby's asleep, we only flush the toilet for number 2s. You know what I mean? I told my girl, I said, just put your pee on top of my pee, man. You know what I mean? We gonna combine peas until the baby wake up, man. Ain't no need to risk it, man. You know, I can't smell your feet. We'll be all right. Yeah, man. And then, you know, like when you got a baby that's asleep, you don't realize how much stuff around the house makes noise, though, you know? Just how loud certain stuff was. Not until you got a baby, right? I came home, I took off my belt. I was like, man, I gotta get a quieter belt, man. This belt buckle don't turn into the musical instrument, man. You know what I mean? My belt buckle was like a leather strap with a tambourine on the end of it, man, when my baby's asleep. You said what I hear you? Yeah, definitely, man. You got kids too? I got 2. You got 2? How old? 2 and 6? Okay, I got you. So you got a little 2, 6, nice little age gap, you know? Is that your lady right now? Oh, that's your lady right now?
He sat in the wrong seat.
Oh, okay, I was just gonna say. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you know.
He gonna be wrong, it's mom.
Is your uncle? Okay, I got you. Now, I think you're gonna be all right with him sitting in the middle, man. You know what I mean? He got that. You ain't got nothing to worry about that. That's cool, man. you know. Yeah, we trying to have at least one more kid though. We don't want our kid to be the only child though. Yeah, I feel bad for the only child kids, man. You know, I just feel like they always kind of lonely. You know? Always talking to themselves all the time. Talking like they got all these imaginary friends walking around the house. And you start wondering what they have mental health issues. You walking in, who you in there talking to tonight, man? Yeah, man. And then I tell you another thing too, man. I just don't want her to be that needy friend, you know. I remember being friends with them only child kids, but weren't they kind of needy? You know, they were clean. Well, you spend the night over their house, you just trying to stay for a couple days. He talking about staying for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, man, I'm trying to get back home to my family, man. I don't live here though. Calling you his brother? No, I don't want a brother, man. You know, you getting a little creepy right now, man. It's like a fatal attraction situation. And then I just don't want to have that kid that's just like around the parents all the time and growing up too fast. They're overhearing all these adult conversations. Now they that real weird kid on the playground. Everybody else talk about toys and cartoons. They bringing up mortgages and refinancing. Asking about the Wall Street Journal, man. Like, what you? Be a kid. You don't grow up too fast. Yeah, man. Me and my lady, man, we coming up on 4 years, man, together, man. We've been together for 4 years. Okay, y'all not impressed by that? Okay, I'm not. I'd love to see how long y'all been together, you know what I mean? How long y'all been together? 5 years? Oh, okay. Well, y'all in the same class, you know what I mean? Y'all should be. What about y'all? How long y'all been together?
Second day.
Second date? Okay, I got you. That man know how to answer something though, you know what I mean? Give him, you know, I got second date. Okay, y'all look like a nice little couple though, man. Don't they look like they could be together, man? Round of applause for them, man. Y'all look like y'all showed each other your outfits before y'all came out tonight, man. Y'all look like, yo, this is cool, what you wearing? You know what I mean? I'm thinking the blue shirt. You know, where y'all meet if you don't mind me asking? Okay, y'all got good chemistry. Y'all turned around at the same time, man. Apps? Okay, I got you. What app if you don't mind me asking? Is a little Hinge? Okay, I got you. Hinge is a good app, man. You know, that's a quality app to meet somebody, you know. Because, you know, people be having different profiles for different apps, you know. You know, I used to be single. I was on the apps heavy, man. And, you know, I used to see one woman on Tinder. She ain't got no clothes on. Then she got a Bible. You know, I don't know, Jessica, you a hoe on Tinder, man. You know what I mean? Now you looking for a husband on Hinge, huh? What is it gonna be, man? Make a decision. Yeah, man. And who else in the couple? Y'all been married for a while, right? Oh, you been dating a year? Okay, round of applause for them, man. Dating for a year. Nah, hey, man. I mean, that's cool, man. You know. And so where'd y'all meet? Did y'all meet on dating app as well? Y'all met at a dance? Oh, okay. A country dance? Oh, okay. Sounds like you got an accent. Where you from?
New York?
Oh, it's oh, my bad. Oh, yes. That's my bad. I got it. Country, that's cool. That's a nice quality way to meet somebody. No disrespect to y'all, man. I'm just saying, you know, you know, just like the old-fashioned way. Like, you know what I mean? It's a nice little story to tell, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So what, you walked up to her and was just like, yo, would you like to dance?
No. Actually, the opposite.
Oh, you walked up to him?
No, I asked him to dance, and he said no. And then when the dance with somebody else, I said, wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
I just asked you to dance, and you said no, you didn't dance with her.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you. Oh, okay, I got you. She's a real glutton for pain, I see, man. She's not like this girl. I mean, you know, he was out there, man, you know. So that's how it be, though. You know, when you be out at night, you be like trying to weigh your options. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You like, all right, cool. If she trying to dance, let me see what she talking about. And if this don't work out, I'll circle back around. You know what I mean? Like, I guess ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Yeah, being single, man, is rough, man. You know, you gotta take women out on all these first dates. You know, and first dates be getting expensive too, bro. You know? Yeah, see, my man right here, he know exactly what I'm talking about, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember I used to take women out there. I'm spending $100 here, $100 here, and that would be just for her to decide whether she want to see me again. You know? Like this $100 feel more like the application fee, man. You know what I mean? That's all dating is. You just apply and wait for callbacks. You know? Then if you out, you know, you gotta try to meet women at bars too. That's another thing too, though. You know, you gotta approach women, you know, or you gotta let women approach you. You know what I mean? It's the play over here, though. I'm gonna tell you the worst, man. It's like when you approach a woman, you know, you talking to her, and you got like a good vibe, and you know, good chemistry. And you know, after a while, you finally go in and ask for the number, and then she got the nerve to tell you she got a boyfriend. Oh, I can't stand that, man. I'm like, oh no, you don't. You know what I mean? I just gave you 30 minutes of my life. I'm your boyfriend now, you know? I was like, we together? No, you wasting my time. We gonna be together, you know? I couldn't stand it. I was like, why women do that? Why y'all let us talk y'all up and then knowing that y'all got somebody, you know? Then later on that night, you know, after I try to go holler at another woman, and now I'm tired. I'm stuttering, I'm messing up with my words. She, you know, the new lady, she trying to figure, what's wrong? I'm like, you know what, I'm sorry, but I used up all my game with old girl right here for the night, though. She got the game that you was supposed to get. As a matter of fact, tell her what I told you, man. You know what I mean? Run the game back, man, you know. Oh, you can relate to that? You know? You was in a similar situation? Okay, always. You got your lady right here, man. You can't be talking about the single days, man. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it. Oh, okay, I got you. The man said. Okay, I got you. What's up, man? This man right here, boy.
It's like a credit score.
It's like a credit score.
I don't gotta think that, but leave that.
Y'all got y'all own little comedy show going on right here, man. You know what I mean? They got their own little thing going on, man. It's supposed to be a dirty show, man. I'm actually kind of clean, but I guess I get a little dirty, man. I'll circle back to being clean, man. Most of the time, you gotta be careful with clean comedians, man. You know, we might be clean on stage, but we filthy off stage, though. You know what I mean? Get a little dirty, man. You know, when I was single, man, one of my favorite pastimes was buying pussy, man. You know, I used to like to do, man. I love buying pussy, man. You know what I mean? Like, anybody else buying pussy? Y'all buy pussy? Of course, ain't no man gonna respond to that right now. After the show, hey man, I relate to what you were saying. You know, my lady was right there, though. You know. Yeah, man. I love buying pussy. Though. You know what I like about it? I just like the certainty of it. You know. You know what you get. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gotta play that game or whether I'm a hit. I just know. You know. And I was picky about buying pussy too. I used to shop around for a good piece of pussy though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just buying any type of pussy. I'm talking prostitutes. What you into? You know what I mean? Are you attracted to me? You know what I mean? Like what are your kinks? You know what I mean? Cause you don't want to get with no woman that ain't attracted to you. In the middle of sex, she throwing up on top of you. Because you disgust her. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I told my lady, man, you know what I mean? Like, I used to go down to Colombia, like, Brazil, you know, I was one of them dudes, passport bros. But this was before it had a title. I've been buying pussy for 13 years, you know? I'm seasoned, I guess. I'll tell you about some pussy. Yeah, but I told her, because, you know, we first started dating, it was like the weekend. We was just dating for like a week, and, you know, she knew I was traveling. She was like, I know you went to Colombia. And she was just like, yeah, man, because I know a lot of guys go over there and mess with the prostitute. Is that what you did? I said, absolutely. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I did. She was so shocked, you know? And I was just like, man, it's before you. That's not something I do when I'm in a relationship. And this is the thing, I'm 40 years old, man. You know, I ain't got nothing to hide. I like to let a woman know exactly what she getting into up front, though. Because I don't want you to get married, we had kids, and later on down the line, you find out I've been buying pussy. And then now you thinking I'm somebody else. Listen, you know, move forward. Yeah, but she was hurt for a little bit, but she appreciated my honesty though. You know? Yeah, man. Pussy. Yeah, that was my thing, though, boy. For real, man. I really enjoyed it too, though, man. You know? I love a good prostitute, man. And I was thinking about this too, man, you know, like, I'm not one of those guys, you know, like guys talk about, you know, being like, you know, hung, you know what I mean? I'm not like a hung dude, man, you know. I got real average sized dick, man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm just regular spanker, man, you know. I'm for real though, you know what I mean? I got the type of dick, let me tell you something, I'll be honest with you, I got the type of dick, if I take my clothes off, a woman will be like, yeah, that's about right, you know what I mean? Yeah, it matches with my body, you know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less, you know what I mean? You know the crazy thing about having like, you know, because a lot of black dudes, you know, black dudes are known to, you know, be a little bit more well endowed though, right? So sometimes I be with my buddies and they be over here telling all these stories, man, you know, I hate when a woman can't take the dick. And I was like, I ain't never had a woman never be able to take my dick, you know what I mean? That's never been a problem for me, man. Goddamn, every woman I've ever been with had no problem taking my dick, man, you know what I mean? Like, I got a one size fits all dick, man, you know what I mean? It goes wherever, it just ain't no problem with that, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy, right? Yeah, because when I was single, boy, I was. That's the thing about, like, you know, being single, though. Like, you know, I think it's important for a man to really, really be, like, wow when he's single, you know? So that way, when you get in a relationship, you can be faithful. Because I was a straight up whore when I was single. Man, you should, man, please, man. Like, yeah. And I didn't care about what a woman looked like either, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm for real, you know, I'm not as picky as I look, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. Like, I prefer you not to be attractive, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just something sexy about having sex with a woman that nobody wants. You know what I mean? Like, I love that though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just something exotic about it though. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like she's just gonna be so grateful. You're gonna get so much more. You know, like she just. Like, what a beautiful woman, man. Nah, I like to go for 2 or 3, you know what I mean? Some bottom of the barrel, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, this is a dirty show, man, you know what I mean? This is the first time y'all ever get these jokes. I've never, you know, I don't talk about this. This is straight water show talk. That's why I turned my camera off, man, because, you know, my lady be looking at my videos. I'm like, listen, I can't never have no proof of anything, you know what I'm saying? This is, I'm dying with this material, you know? Yeah, man. Cause you know I see dudes, man. They be getting with. Cause when I was young, it was real important to have like a really like attractive woman. You know, I see dudes that, you know, when I was young, all she had to do was be bad. I didn't care what she had going on, man. She could tell me that, you know, she shot her last 2 ex-boyfriends, you know. And I'm moving forward. If I die, I die. You know, I'm cool, whatever. As long as she look good, that's all that matters to me though. Now, as I'm older, like I like my women that have a nice, strong physical flaw up front though. That's important for me. When I see you, I need to know that just there's something wrong with you off the bat. That just lets me know you're gonna have a little bit of character though. You know, like, you know, if you perfect up front, that means something going on. You probably crazy. You know, yeah, you know, you got nice physical flaw. I know you gotta be cool. You don't have the luxury of stressing the dude out when you look regular. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest with y'all. I go back to some of my regular material. That was cool. It was a nice little nasty segment. You know what I mean? I think it was cool. You know what I mean? I was okay with it. I don't know how y'all feel. They're probably judging me right now. You're like, dang, I thought you was somebody else. Yeah, man. It's football season, man. You know, y'all football fans? A football fan? Yeah. This man clap when she clap. You know what I mean? This man, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a football fan. You know? I ain't a football. Yeah, I'm not a football fan. I don't know, man. It's just I just can't get into football. It's just, you know, like I tried to act like I was into football, you know, because I was like, you know, that's the manly thing to do. Like I had peer pressure. Like I can't not like football. You know what I mean? Like, you tell other dudes you don't like football, they make fun of you. Like, what you into figure skating in, bro? You know what I mean? Let me guess, you like ballerinas? That's what you into? And I grew up down south. I played football too, though. Yeah, man. I didn't care for it then, you know. Got your family in the stands watching you get body slammed every 2 minutes, you know. Your dad in the stands. You see, that's my boy around there that just broke his neck. That's my son, man. You know what I mean? The one that they put in the stretcher, you know. I'm a basketball fan. I play basketball. That's what I used to play. I actually played basketball in college. I played Division III college basketball. That's the exact response that you're supposed to get when you play D3 college basketball. Ain't really nothing to brag about D3 college basketball. You tell people you play D3, you might as well kept that to yourself, man. D3, you know. Bottom of the barrel, you know. D3 college basketball is like the hospice for your basketball career. You know, that's where your basketball career is going to die with dignity, man. Ain't nobody going pro after this. We all getting jobs. You know, you know the crazy thing about that though? I played Division III college basketball, man. I ain't even get in the game. I was on the bench. Yeah, man, ain't that something? And when you on the bench, man, you know, you always want your team to lose. You know what I mean? You don't want your team to win when you're on the bench, when you ain't playing, you know? Because if they lose, you can be like, hey, see, they should have put me in the game. They need to switch something up, you know? They need to try me. They see the coach, you know? You got excuses. Because, you know, if you on the bench and your team winning, then that just means that, yeah, everything is working right. We don't need to change nothing. We need to keep moving forward, you know? We need to stay on the bench. And then the worst too, when you on the bench and y'all going to the playoffs and the postseason, that's like a nightmare. I gotta keep not getting in the game. I remember I used to be so happy going to the playoffs. I'm rooting for the other team, man. You know what I mean? We finally losing the playoffs, man. Everybody on the team crying. I'm covering up my face. I'm smiling on the inside, though. Because I'm about to get back to my life, you know. Hey, I'm a big TV show watcher, man. Y'all like TV shows? Y'all into TV shows? I love a good TV show, boy.
What's TV?
Yeah, you said what?
What's TV?
You said what's TV? What is TV? We just took a sharp right turn down crazy right now, man. I don't know what's going on right now, though. You know what I mean? She started to make me nervous. Now, I'm a big TV show watcher, man. As I've gotten older, I feel like I like watching TV shows more than I like watching movies, though. Because I feel like when you're watching a good TV show, it's like being in a relationship, right? But I feel like watching the movies is like having a one-night stand, you know? Because after I watch a movie, I'm always like, yo, this was a lot of fun, but probably not gonna see you again, you know? But when I'm watching a good TV show, it's like an emotional connection, right? Yeah, man. I'm excited for that one day a week I know I'm gonna see my TV show. Even my friends, they can tell something different going on. You've been smiling a lot recently. Yeah, it's this new TV show I'm watching. Things are going real good right now, you know? I was in a dark place until I found White Lotus, man. You know, now I feel like everything is gonna be all right, though. Yeah, man. The worst is when your TV show go off, though. Season in, you be depressed. Feel like you ain't got nothing to live for, right? Tell you. Then it's hard to find another TV show to watch, you know what I mean? You're going through this, you know, this separation anxiety, you know. Scrolling, trying to find another, you find yourself still thinking about your ex-TV show, you know what I mean? You comparing the new TV shows to the ex-TV shows. You start to realize you got TV show baggage that you ain't unpacked, you know what I mean? Like, man, these 30-minute episodes, my last TV show at least gave me 50-minute episodes, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I was watching TV not too long ago and I saw a commercial for the United Negro College Fund. Kind of surprised me. I'm like, hey, why are you still using the word Negro? You know? I'm like, we made a lot of changes recently. How we let Negroes slip through? You know? Do y'all realize we got rid of Aunt Jemima, but Negro stays though? You know that? That don't make no sense, right? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't like the word Negro. Just something about it. To me, the word Negro is just the N-word with a tuxedo. You know, that's what it feels like. I just feel like polished up N-word, like the N-word with no street cred. You notice I said the N-word, man. There's a lot of white people in here, man. Yeah, I don't like using the N-word around white people. I feel like I'm being rude when I do that. Like I feel like I'm eating food around people I know I can't share with, you know? Like I don't want to make all these white people hungry to use the N-word, though, you know what I mean? I'm just over here gobbling up this good tasty N-word in front of y'all, you know what I mean? I can't give y'all no. Why would I do y'all like that, though? Dangling the N-word all in your face. There's a lot going on, boy. Got this AI technology. How y'all feel about AI? I'm telling you, man, it's getting crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you, there is some technology that I like, though. You know, like a lot of people talk about technology taking jobs. I do like self-checkouts, like especially like in a drugstore. You know? Don't a self-checkout in a drugstore come in handy though? Because you know, sometimes you're about to buy something, you don't want everybody to know what you got going on. You trying to sneak out, go to the self-checkout. The cashier like, self-checkout closed. I can take you right over here. I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'd rather steal it. You know what I mean? I'd rather get caught for shoplifting before you see me buying this jockey's cream, man. You know what I mean? I don't need you judging me at the counter. Yeah, and they got. I don't know if y'all. They got technology. They got. You dudes can get surgery to get taller. Y'all heard about that? That's crazy to me, right? It's surgery to get taller. Dudes is like, that's like the man's BBL. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know, I feel like that could backfire though. Just like dudes be over here looking at women, man, that booty fake, man. You can tell she got surgery. Women gonna be like, man, look at his knees. His knees ain't the thigh ratio, man. You know what I mean? Like, look at the thighs don't match the calves, you know? Why his hands so small? You know what I mean? He's 6'7", but he got 5'9" hands, man. I would never get surgery to get taller though. I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. 'Cause I just feel like you just interfering with God's plan. You know? Hey, I just feel like, you know, He made you for a reason. You know, you your height for a reason. You imagine, you know, you get the surgery. Now you went from 5'9" to 6'4". You in the club, they start shooting. You get shot in the head. God like, listen, man, you was supposed to be 5'9", man. You know what I mean? You wasn't supposed to see that bullet, man. You over here. Now you wishing you was 5'9", you know what I mean? God like, listen, man, hey, I put that bullet there a long time ago, you know? And you was the one over here messing up, you know? Now you in heaven, you ain't even supposed to be there. Yeah, technology is crazy. I'm on Instagram a lot too, man. I gotta get off Instagram. I feel like Instagram is turning me into a hater, though, boy. One of my favorite things to do on Instagram is to find people that are doing better than me and unfollowing them. You know what I mean? You don't do that, though. I'm for real, man. As soon as I see somebody got more going on, I'm like, oh, listen, you don't need my help. You know, looks like you doing okay, my brother. And then you got, you know, dudes showing off their women on Instagram. You know, I can't stand that, man. When dudes be showing off their women on Instagram, they posting, you know, all these nice photos. This lady, she tough, but he always leave out her Instagram handle. He never tags her. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you know we trying to see your girl, right? You know? Now I gotta go through all his followers to find his girl, man. You know what I mean? Man, got me looking like a real creep right now, though, you know? Dude had 10,000 followers. You know how long it took me to find this girl, man? I had to keep coming back to it. It took me a week. It was like a project, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, 900 pounds. Yeah, I saw something on Instagram not too long ago where dude, he had lost his best friend. And his best friend died, right? Underneath the post, he was just like, I'm gonna see him in heaven. And I thought about it, I was just like, well, what if you don't though? Like, you imagine you get to heaven, you looking for your homeboy, like, I'm looking for my homeboy Rico. They like, yeah, Rico ain't up here though. You know? Now you think, well, if Rico ain't up here, it's only one other place he could be. Now God asks you, so how you know Rico? You're like, well, I don't really know Rico that well though. Just trying to make sure Rico wasn't up here, man. You know what I mean? I don't really like Rico, to be totally honest with you though. I'm winding down, man. I'm getting old, man. I'm trying to save money all the time, man. Now I got this kid going on Facebook Market. Y'all cool with Facebook Market? Yeah. I love Facebook Market, man. Sometimes I go on Facebook Market, I don't even need that. I just go in there and see what they got. You know what they do that? Just see what's on Facebook Market. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a notorious lowball on Facebook Market though. I'm for real. I don't care what you asking for, man. You could be asking, I'm about to disrespect you with this price though, man. You gonna be hot with me. You be selling something for $100. I got $15 for you right now. Always trying to negotiate. I can pick it up in 15 minutes though. You know what I mean? I start putting out signs. I'm saying, listen, a fast penny is better than a slow dime, man. You know. Yeah, man. I just bought. I had to get a new phone. Yeah, man. I'm not one of these people that's always in the phones, getting new phones, man. My last phone, man, I think I had the iPhone 8. I went to the Apple store, they told me this was an antique. You know what I mean? We can put this in the museum. We've never seen one of these before. Yeah, I was fixing my phone every 2 years. I replaced my battery, fixed my screen. I was learning how to do all this stuff on my own. I was on YouTube. You can figure out how to do anything on YouTube. Telling you, boy. You can figure out how to create another YouTube on YouTube. You know what I mean? I feel like. But yeah, though, man, I finally upgraded my phone. Because, you know, they be running all this game when it comes to these cell phones. They giving you all these features on the phone that you don't need. Yeah, the new iPhone 18 comes with a telescope where you can look at the moon. I'm like, what do you need that? And then they try to get you. You know, we got a free phone, a promotion for a free phone. Yeah, your bill gonna go up $60 for 72 months, but the phone free though. Yeah, the phone ain't free. Yeah, man, I always been like that, man. I don't play about my money. Yeah. I actually sued my sister. That sounds crazy, right? Yeah, I sued my sister in small claims court. A lot of people are like, dang, how could you sue your sister? I'm like, it's easy. Go down to the county clerk office, fill out the paperwork. It's a 2-step process. I'll tell you how to do it. Yeah, my sister, she owed me some money, man. She owed me like some thousands, and she wasn't trying to pay me. This man right here, man, goddamn. Suing your sister material really goddamn did something to you, man. You know what I mean? Your sister owed you some money, man. Nah, she owed me like a couple thousand, man. She wasn't trying to pay me. And it wasn't so much that she wasn't trying to pay me. It was the fact that I asked for the money, how disrespectful she was. You ever ask money for your family? You know, they talking to you crazy. Because it's like taboo to ask for money from family. You know what I mean? Everybody knows you're just supposed to keep quiet, talk to everybody else about it, and build a resentment. You know what I mean? Don't nobody ask for the money back. What's wrong with you asking for money back from family? You monster. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I asked for the money, man, you know? I was a little nervous at first, man. I called my mom. I was like, yo, I'm thinking about suing Stephanie. You know? And my mom was like, I think you should. You know what I mean? Like, she owed me a couple thousand. I can't do it. I'm a mother, though. You can do it for all of us. Represent the family. And I told my mom, I was like, yo, listen, if you want me to, I can put your name on the paperwork. We can do a class action if you want, though, man. We can all get paid, you know? We can all split this money. I sued my sister in small claims court. I won, too, though. You know what I mean? You know what I realized, too? When you sue a sibling in small claims court, that's like the highest level of sibling rivalry you could achieve, though. That's like championship sibling rivalry right there, though, man. You fight your whole life to get to that point, man. She ain't gonna never be able to say that to me, though, you know? Yeah, I don't play about my money, man. Probably because I'm a barber, though. You know, barbers, we don't play, man. We gotta shake people down for your money, you know? I'm a barber. People don't really respect the barber profession like that, though. I don't know, like I remember like when I used to tell people I was a barber before doing comedy, man. The first thing they used to always get, so is that all you do? You know, that's your part-time job? I remember I used to go out on dates with women. I used to tell women I was a barber. You know what they used to say? Oh, just keep applying. I'm sure you'll find someone one of these days. You know, that's my bread and butter. You know, I don't know why people sleep on barbers. Let me tell you something. Barbers, they make good money. You know, cutting hair and selling weed on the side. You know what I mean? With this. And when I was a barber, I used to cut in Atlanta. And, you know, Atlanta's a rough little city, man. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. I had actually had a client, you know, confided, you know, told me that he killed somebody in the chair. Hey, that's crazy, right? Okay. That's number 2, man. You know what I mean? I get nervous. Yeah, he told me he killed somebody in the church. You know what I mean? I was like, dang, what do I, how do I respond to this? You know? Like, what do you say? You know what I mean? So I told him, I said, well, you know, this population growth is getting out of hand, though. You know what I mean? Like, I guess everybody got to do their part, young blood. You know what I mean? Don't beat up on yourself. You know. Yeah, man. Got one last joke I'm gonna do. See what I'm gonna end with. You know, it's funny, man. You know, me and my lady, we got a daughter, right? And we're trying to have like another kid. And I'm thinking about the fact that like we have a boy, you know, he's just gonna have an older sister. And that's how it was with me. I had an older sister. I always wanted an older brother. Because if you got an older brother, I feel like you got more protection from bullies, though, right? Because if you got a bully, you can always, you know, go to your older brother. He can holler at the bully. He can handle that, though. But when you got an older sister, you got a bully. You go get your older sister. She go talk to the bully. Now, the bully dating your sister, though. You know what I mean? Now you seeing more of the bully than you ever did, man. You don't turn into a matchmaker, man. You know? Hey, man, but I appreciate y'all. That's my time, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I do have some t-shirts over here, man. You know, I know Mo, he got his t-shirts up here too, man. He got us like a clothing store behind me, man. But yeah, I mean, you can shop with Mo, but I do got some t-shirts that says, I just look like this. I got a comedy album on iTunes, if y'all ever want to check it out. I also got a half-hour comedy special on Amazon Prime, so the t-shirt just say, I just look like this. It's no pressure, but I got them. I'm going to be posted over here if y'all want to buy some. But a round of applause for Mo and all the comedians. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep supporting live comedy, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all get on say goodnight.
So that was a show. Clap it up for all the comedians that were able to do it here. Next one I'm doing is October 19th. It's going to be on a Sunday. Y'all have yourselves a great evening. Like he said, he got some merch back there. I got some t-shirts. Everybody need more green, whether it's money, marijuana, or meat, variety of sizes. Y'all have yourselves a great night. Peace.